Welcome to Doer TV. This is Pat Doer. I'm really looking forward to getting into today's My Insurance Sucks. At least that's what many of you say. We've talked about that several times on this Hangout, is that a lot of people try to get into their insurance and try to understand it, and they get lost as a goose, and they just they don't get it. So that's what we're trying to do, is give you some tips, tools, and really some good information on what you should be asking any insurance agent. I've got Mark Roden on the call, hangout, video, show today, whatever you call this out here in the digital universe of semi-TV. Mark?
Hey, thanks, Patrick. It's always good to be with you. Appreciate you getting the word out. Yeah, today, if there was ever a namesake as to why we go with that tagline, "My insurance sucks," it's dental insurance. Oh my goodness, do you hear it out there? Just ask a dentist; he'll tell you, dental insurance is terrible. Well, we're going to try to help you today, and just look at a few things that you can chew on, and pardon the pun, and see why sometimes it's viewed as that. But hopefully, you'll gain enough knowledge that you won't think that, and that you'll know exactly what you get. So let's kick it off with just that subject, realistic expectations. Okay, well, I get calls all the time. I'm Dave Ramsey's endorsed local provider, so I'll get a call and they'll say, "Hey, Mark, I want some dental insurance." Great, what's going on? Well, I know I need to have that root canal done. So let's be realistic, can we, Patrick? I mean, what kind of business model will let you pay them $35 and then the very next month you're going to cash in and get $3,000 worth of dental work? Insurance doesn't work that way. It's for the unknown risk. So set the expectations to be reasonable. It's like any other insurance. So let me give you a couple things. When you're looking at dental insurance, what is the annual max and what are the waiting periods? So most every insurance policy is going to have a waiting period for dental and then an annual max. If everything is aligned, all the hoops you got to jump through, that's the total maximum that insurance company is going to pay in any given year.
Really? So what are some of the things that we should, who do we ask, our insurance agent or the dentist, what the best process is there?
I'm glad you asked. The dentist is very important. I always frame it in a way that, hey, are you in love with your dentist? In other words, having your dentist in network, is that the most important thing? If that's the most important thing, let's start there. So if it's a PPO plan, let's check and see if your dentist is in the PPO. Without that, you're not going to get those in-network rates. Now, if you look at, you're open to changing your dentist, you might want to consider an HMO, which that is a totally different category of dental insurance that will actually, guess what? There's no waiting periods. There's no annual max. Remember those two gotchas we just discussed? On a dental HMO, those don't exist. Big caveat here, though. About a 99% chance, if you're in love with your dentist, they're not going to be participating in a dental HMO. It's a lot of new dentists. It's a lot of big box dentist place, and here in Dallas we've got Monarch as a big dental provider. They're probably going to be in an HMO. So it's a great tool. Just know the difference, and if that's important, be sure and check that out before you buy.
Well, that sounds like the HMO ends up being a lead generation program for new clients for dentists that are just getting started out. Is that what you just said?
Yes, it's more than lead generation. It's actually revenue generating. Let's dive into that. Here's how it works. Let's just use Humana. Humana's got a dental HMO here in the Dallas market. Your premium every month is, say, $35 a month. Well, part of that $35, you have to select a dentist when you join. So part of your $35 a month that you're paying every month goes to that dentist, whether you walk in the door or not. And so once you do walk through the door, the fee schedule, the fees that you're going to pay for, say, a crown or such, that's going to be drastically lower than a PPO fee base or just off the street fee base. So it's a great tool. I'm not a big fan of medical HMOs, but I'm a very big fan of dental HMOs.
Interesting, because one of the things as just a business owner, when I look at something like that, all I hear is continuity-based income. That they're getting a fee every month whether you show up or not, and for that you're exchanging some level of care. But I'm curious if that level of care or that level of discount is really worth the transaction. Are there any other options when people are looking for a dental plan or a dental insurance that might save them almost as much and as the discount? Because it's not. It sounds like it's not completely paid for stuff. If you needed a crown or you needed Invisalign braces or something of that nature, you're just getting a discount, right?
That's right, and a lot of orthodontia, for example, braces and such, a lot of those are discounts. So the other tool strategy, if you will, that I use are discount cards, where you basically say your risk is, hey, I don't really need it. I don't need a root canal next week. I just need it for routine cleanings, routine x-rays, stay on top of my dental health. So a discount card, there's many of them out there. I have one that I really recommend, MC2 Rewards. It will go in there and you will just pay a discounted rate. So instead of paying for a family, sometimes the dental insurance could be $125 a month. Instead of paying that $125 a month, you pay a greatly reduced fee of $29.99 a month. And then there's many other ancillary benefits that you receive with these programs. The whole idea is these non-insurance solutions is hopefully they're saving you a lot more money than they're costing you. And dental discounts is a great tool.
Dental discounts. What kind of discounts would you really actually see in things of that nature? I mean, what could somebody expect to invest, and then also maybe what they might expect to receive in a dental discount arrangement?
It varies. Sometimes for the routine, like a X-ray and cleaning, you might see 30-35%. Sometimes it can get pretty drastic. I've actually had clients call me and say, thank you very much, you just saved me $800 because I had to have a couple of crowns. So it is significant. Obviously, if there's a new dentist in your neighborhood and you happen to see, hey, new patients welcome, free x-ray, free cleaning, or $25, I mean, there's things that you can do as a consumer, obviously, without purchasing a discount card. But it's an easy way to kind of find your dentist, make sure they're participating with the PPO, because it's a discount PPO is really what it is. And then once you go, you don't have to negotiate with your dentist. You just kind of say, hey, I participate with this PPO, and you participate as well, so what's my adjusted rate? So it's a great, easy tool.
Interesting. One of the things that kind of strategies that I would expect to see, and I think I probably use this, is where using a discount card rather than the insurance that is can be much more expensive. When I've gone to the dentist to get a crown or something of that nature, I can offer the discount card. I get a 20 to whatever percent off, and then what I'll do is I'll go to Care Credit and get a 0% deal for 12 months for the amount that I need with the dentist. That is just for the discounted amount. Does that make sense?
Yes, you get the best of both worlds. And the thing that I always start with, first of all, separate dental. A lot of people get confused and think dental is part of their health plan. Separate it. Evaluate it on its own. Hey, what is it costing me? If it's better to get it through your group employer, if they offer it, great. Get it there. If it's not, then don't. If it's better for you where you're on top of it and you know that you're going to have very little risk, hey, maybe just buy a discount card or self-insure. You can do that. There's a lot of people. If you don't have health insurance or any insurance and any type of insurance, you're basically self-insured. So that's what I mean by self-insuring. But again, let's just go over the steps. How much does it cost? Is your dentist in network? What's the annual max or waiting periods, if you will? And all those things are categorized in minor, major, and routine. So those waiting periods are very key. And the annual max, just to give you an idea, Patrick, probably 1,000, 1,500. I've seen 2,000. So dentists are smart, obviously. So sometimes if you're getting that work done in August or this time of year, then they're going to stretch that annual max over to the next calendar year. So be smart about that. Be on top of it. Ask questions. Don't just automatically say yes to everything.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then I know, as you always like to sign off with stuff, is check with your insurance professional. Now, how would they connect to you if they wanted to ask you some questions, Mark?
Yes, and again, we're doing this for information. If it's not me, get with someone that has the heart of a teacher, that's a counselor that can walk you through this process. But myinsurancesucks.com is our website for these hangouts. My name, Mark Roden. You can Google me as well. Very easy to reach and would help you. Obviously, there's no obligation to buy anything, and glad to do it.
Well, thank you so much. I know, this idea and this program was really birthed out of the statement that you hear every time you meet with somebody new, it seems like, as they look down at their insurance paperwork and it says, my insurance sucks.
Well, we're working hard to correct that. So let's just get informed and make informed decisions, and hopefully we'll hear less and less of that.
I appreciate that. Well, thanks again, Mark. Another great show, and we'll talk to you same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Thanks, Patrick.